Layne Ryerson wasted little time getting his cross-country season off to a good start as he won the Early Bird Open Friday morning in 1956-77. The greens and fairways at Helena's Bill Roberts Golf Course, though, were a much different sight than Ryerson had seen all summer.
I didn't have that much for expectations, to be honest, going into the race. I fought fire all summer with the DNRC, so I didn't get to run a fraction of the mileage. Coach probably wanted me to, but don't tell him that.
Ryerson competed in the men's marathon in the NAIA Outdoor Track and Field Championships last May. Just days later, he started his summer job with the DNRC.
3 years ago, he was a senior in high school, and actually his tennis coach had been a firefighter for years, and so he thought Layne had what it took to join the team, and so he went on an interview. We were actually out of town, and called us and said he got the job, and started fighting fires. So 3 years ago, so 3 summers he's been fighting fires, and this was the worst season by far. He's been on a lot of fires that were scary, but this was the season where it just never seemed to end.
The past 3 months have been a whirlwind for Ryerson, who enters his second year at Carroll College after beginning his running career at Whitworth University. The former Helena High star runner and tennis player has become one of the veterans on these firefighting crews, giving him more responsibility at blazes across the state.
I spent a lot of the early summer in eastern Montana, out in the July fire and near that lodgepole complex. So then I was on an initial attack agency near Helena. So we, a lot of the small starts that came up around here, we try to get on them, and our goal was 95% containment before they got to 5 acres. So yeah, so I spent a lot of my summer in Helena, a lot in eastern Montana, and I had to come back to school and train before all these popped out west, so that was kind of a shame.
Yes, if not for school and cross-country season, Ryerson would have remained right there on the lines, trying to hold back the flames devastating his home state. For 16 hours a day, Ryerson would run a chainsaw, cutting the lines and trying to predict what the inferno might do next. Annette says her son is a great firefighter and credits his experience the past few summers, but when 19-year-old Trenton Johnson, whom Ryerson knew and had run with in the past, lost his life battling blazes in western Montana earlier this summer, it really hit home for Annette.
You think about your 18-year-old or your 20-year-old leaving and not hearing from them, which is typical. He'll text me fairly regularly, but I never know if his phone died, and so it definitely was unnerving. And he does do a really good job. He loves what he does.
It's definitely a rush. It's a fun job and great job for a college student. I mean, I think everybody has come to realize the danger that's associated with it this summer, and those 2 firefighters that lost their lives on the Lolo Peak fires, I mean, that was really sad for all of us in the firefighting community and everybody else that knew those people and heard about it. But yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways it's a rush, and in a lot of ways it's kind of unnerving, but I mean, I love the guys I work with, and it's a great job.
Fighting fire throughout the summer months left little time for training for the quickly approaching cross-country schedule. Ryerson and his co-workers spent days at a time near the fires, sleeping in tents and working 16-hour days. But much like his dedication assisting on that fire front, Ryerson was passionate about finding time to get in workouts to be prepared for this fall's running season.
Definitely a couple times when I was on fires, I'd wake up in the morning before we had to be on the line and get a short run in, and then during the day it's still physical activity, running a saw and cutting line and stuff, so that was busy. I mean, if anything, I just wish I could be out there with him now with how bad everything is, so we're just praying for all the fires.
We have a lot of pride in him, and he's very prideful of his job too, and the people that he works with, and just 2 of his friends just left to go help with Harvey that were firefighters that he was with here in Helena, and so as much as we have worries here about our fires, they're still concerned about others in other areas. And they went on their own, not with the DNRC. So yes, we have a lot of pride. And as much as he smells and I have dirty, smoke-filled clothes all over my house, I definitely am very proud of him, very appreciative of what he's done and all the guys that he works with, and girls.
Richie Melby, MTN Sports.